Good morning. How's everyone doing after last night? Like it. I always want to feel like Maverick, so I appreciate you appeasing me. I'm so excited to be here for day two. We had a fantastic day one sessions. The keynotes were fantastic. The story showcases were fantastic. And I saw all the interaction throughout the breakouts of the 2 days. And those of you that were at the evening reception, I saw a lot of networking, a lot of friendship building, and a lot of dinners immediately thereafter. So bravo to you for doing the charge of building that ecosystem, building that community together. So very excited to have you all back for day two. We're going to have just as much fun. But without much further ado, I want to bring out our NIST Community Coordinating Council co-chairs, our academic co-chair, Dr. Zarina Blankenbaker, and our industry co-chair, Michael Alicea from Trellix. Join the announcement.
So before we begin day two of our conference, I just want to say that Randy has done an incredible job of being the master of ceremony for this conference. He does it so eloquently, infused with a little humor, and if you were here yesterday prior to the reception, you would have seen the big old Texas hat that Michael and I are coveting, and we almost wanted to wear it, but we couldn't decide who would wear the hat. So, good morning. On behalf of the NIST Community Coordinating Council, it is my privilege to welcome you to day two. And it's amazing. Most of the conferences that I attend on day two, you see a little attrition and fewer people. So it's so encouraging, a testament to the quality of this particular conference that so many of you are still here, engaged and participating actively. It is my honor to serve as the president of TCC Northwest. TCC stands for Tarrant County College, not Tallahassee Community College or Tulsa Community College. And it is located in Tarrant County, adjacent to Dallas County, the better county, about an hour, 20 minutes northwest of here. I serve as co-chair of this particular council alongside Michael Alicea and Rodney Peterson. So our structure this morning will be for me to provide you with a warm welcome, followed by welcoming remarks from Michael, and then Michael and I will give you an overview of what the community council is about and how is it that you can become engaged with us. So we gather here with a shared purpose and vision, which is to advance cybersecurity education, training, and workforce development. And this is to meet the challenges of the future. In 106 BC, a Roman philosopher said, and that Roman philosopher was Cicero, "The safety of the people shall be the highest law." In 2024, this imperative has become even more crucial amidst an evolving digital landscape rife with unprecedented challenges, demanding innovative approaches and diverse solutions. And those solutions are solutions that we've been discussing yesterday and the day before during the pre-conference. This year, we are convening in the vibrant state of Texas, which has, I hope this might be new information for some of you, the 8th largest economy in the world, surpassing countries like Russia, Canada, and Italy. This Dallas-Fort Worth region, or maybe I should say Fort Worth, Dallas region, situated in the heart of Texas, is not only a hub of innovation and technology, but also a testament to the collaborative spirit that drives a robust ecosystem of industry and education. And together, we are striving to create solutions to support a cyber-secure nation. There are nearly 20,000 vacancies in the cybersecurity workforce in the Fort Worth, Dallas region alone. The Tarrant County College Cybersecurity Program, with support from J.P. Morgan Chase, was a strategic response to this shortage. Our program has since grown over 305%. We are devoted to ensuring that post-secondary education is accessible to all. Almost 40% of entering first-year students are first-generation college students, and many live below the poverty level. As a college campus president, I am acutely aware that we must contribute to the advancement of a community where success is within reach. Tarrant County College's commitment to cultivating skilled experts who support our nation's security infrastructure is unwavering. Our program recently received the Center of Academic Excellence designation, a testament to the dedication of our faculty and staff, and most importantly, to our business and industry partners' commitment. The former U.S. Secretary of Education, Richard Riley, appropriately noted, "We are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist, using technologies that haven't been invented in order to solve problems we don't know are problems yet." By fostering partnerships, we can make significant strides in advancing cybersecurity education, training, and workforce development in this ever-evolving digital landscape. I invite you to reflect on the words of Walter Annenberg, who said, "I shall participate, I shall contribute, and in so doing, I will be the gainer." Together, our goal is to build a safer, more secure future for all. Welcome once again to this opportunity to learn, collaborate, and inspire. And I will now turn it over to Michael Alicea. Michael?
Thank you. Thank you, Zarina. I do have to correct a couple of things. First of all, I'm a gentleman. You could wear the hat. We talked about it, but she didn't like the fact that it was made out of foam. And so therefore, she didn't like this, the fabric or the texture of it. I am Michael Alicea, and I am the head of all things people for Trellix. Trellix is a cybersecurity firm. They're global in scope, and many of the folks that I met yesterday use us as clients. But I see firsthand how security threats evolve and evolve quickly. And having a skilled and diverse workforce is critical and key, not only to the council's mission, but also to the broader cybersecurity posture that we have. And today we're dealing with rapidly evolving cyber threats, the rise of new technologies, both of which require necessitate a real set of folks that can quickly adapt, and that we widen the aperture in terms of how we hire and where we get them from. At Trellix, we hired around 1,200 people over the last year and a half. Over half of them had never been in cybersecurity before. So it's been done, and it can be done. And it is an existential threat for us if we don't. And it's simple math. It's literally simple math. We don't have enough people to fill the roles that we had. And by the way, some of our own data that we looked at, certainly you've seen a lot of the studies and reports, pretty much dovetail nicely with some of the work and some of the things that we saw yesterday in terms of the number of open roles. And in fact, there are some areas that are tangential to that also service that cybersecurity community. So if you look at the overall number of jobs that we have available, it's also probably double what you're seeing. Then, if you think about some of the other things that are happening in cybersecurity, look, we've got national security concerns. I want peace to break out tomorrow. I want it for us never to have to be in this room. It ain't gonna happen, right? I'm from New York, I'm a realist, and it's just not gonna happen, so we have to be prepared. We've got criminals that are out there. You never underestimate the motive for money, right? It's there. It's real. Now, for the NICE Community Council, the importance and urgency of cultivating that skilled and diverse workforce cannot be overstated for the reasons that I just mentioned. As a leader of people, as a leader in HR, I believe that prioritizing that skill development and diversity is the key. This will allow NICE to better fulfill its mission to improve cybersecurity education, training, and workforce development. It'll also ultimately strengthen our national cybersecurity posture. So with that, I'm in charge of the clicker. I didn't get the hat, and I got the clicker, and I got to work like we're in the Oscars. And the winner is, so let's see. There we go.
All right, so Michael and I are going to now provide you with a brief overview, we promised, because we were allocated 10 minutes for our portion. And most importantly...
We're already behind by 20 minutes.
All right, so let's chop, right? So let's chop. So what you see here is the mission of the NICE Community Coordinating Council, and I want you to hone in on the fact that we are a council that is action-oriented, and that our goal is to advance cybersecurity education, training, and workforce development. So in addition to building community across constituents, from industry, academia, and government, a primary focus of the council is also in the development and implementation of the NICE strategic plan. And if you haven't had an opportunity to view it, we will later on give you a URL web address where you can go and look at it.
We've got the foam hat, so we're ready, yes. Zarina, we're ready. So, so how can you get more involved? How can you get engaged? Well, NICE is made up of 3 working groups and 6 communities of interest that you can join. Our 3 working groups are focused on modernizing talent management, promoting career discovery, and transforming the learning process. And our 6 communities of interest are focused on apprenticeships in cybersecurity, cybersecurity career ambassadors, cybersecurity skills competitions, diversity and inclusion, K-12 cybersecurity education, and the NICE framework users. And we invite all of you to join the Community Coordinating Council, contribute to a working group or community of interest, and attend our meetings. It's a lot of fun when we have a few more people in the room. So this year, the council, through its working groups, stood up project teams to make progress against our strategic plan. The first project team is focused on issues contributing to talent retention, why people leave and why people stay. The second project team is focused on effective practices to identify, track, and measure cybersecurity career discovery programs, right? What's the outcome? Last, the project team focused on the cybersecurity educators workforce gap. The goal there really is to champion the development and recognition of teachers, faculty, and instructors as part of the in-demand workforce. So stay tuned, because the second half of 2024 will have more additional project teams organized to address more objectives from the strategic plan.
So the communities of interest also have active projects, and I'm going to highlight 2 of them. The apprenticeship community of interest has an apprenticeship finder, which is really a tool to help locate cybersecurity apprenticeship from across the nation. And I just want you to know how cool is that, because we were discussing yesterday about the gap in between entry-level requirements for a position versus the experience gap. And so apprenticeships, it would be a way for us to provide that experience. The ambassadors community of interest Trellix oversees the Cybersecurity Center Ambassador Program, and this is really a network of employees, business and industry partners, and stakeholders from the community who serve as champions to help mentor, coach, prepare, and sustain the current and the future workforce in cybersecurity. And we invite you to join these communities of interest, and we also want you to know that we are available for you to participate in these projects if you haven't done so already. How many of you are engaged with the NIST Coordinating Council? Already engaged. So as you can see from the hands that are raised, we have a lot of opportunity, and so that is why we're going to say we invite you several times today.
So, during the first day of the conference, we had an opportunity to be part of the four of the NICE communities of interest. But I'll say there's still an opportunity to come in and get engaged. So today, we have the NICE Framework Users Community of Interest meeting, and that's at 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. in the Austin Ballroom 3. And then we have the Cybersecurity Career Ambassadors Community of Interest meeting, a lot to say, at 11 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. at Austin Ballroom 3. Look, we really look forward for you to come and join us. It's an opportunity to get engaged. Now, over the past year, I've had the opportunity to work with quite a few of these folks. Zarina and I have had an opportunity to work with quite a few of these folks. And remember, these are volunteers in the NICE community. Nobody gets extra pay. You don't get an extra foam hat for coming in and participating, right? These people are doing it because they know it's the right thing to do, and they're giving of themselves. So the wonderful people you see here on the screen have driven the groups to produce some great one-pagers and other resources that are used by a lot of us in this room. So the NICE community couldn't be successful without their leadership. To learn more about our NICE co-chairs, please visit nist.gov/NICE. Each co-chair information can be found in the working group and community of interest group area. And a few of our co-chairs are in attendance today, so please feel free to reach out via the Hoover app, and all of you should have gotten that. And so I just wanted to give a round of applause for those folks that are participating and giving up themselves.
So we're down to our conclusion, and you heard Michael share with you the opportunity for you to attend some of the breakout sessions today. If you are unable to do so, and especially for those who are watching online, we are putting up that URL website again for you, where you can get more information about our coordinating council, our working groups in our communities. And as I said, you will find information on how to sign up for the mailing list and details on when each particular group meets. So we will conclude by saying that our mission is to be a community working together, and we cannot stress to you enough that we encourage you to join us as we build an integrated ecosystem of cybersecurity, education, training, and workforce development. Michael and I also want to emphasize the importance of industry engagement in the NICE community. I began my welcome remarks to share with you that without the support of our business and industry, we would not have been able to launch our cybersecurity program. So this collaboration is crucial for addressing the cybersecurity workforce needs of employers, especially in the private sector and those managing our nation's critical infrastructure. The collective efforts of this community are vital for our companies, they're vital for our economic prosperity, and for our national security. So we encourage you to engage with industries in your local or regional economy, because that is the only way that we're going to understand what the skills gaps are and work backwards in designing our curricula and identifying the experiences that our students and those who come to us for training will need to have. And this is for us to work toward the goal of helping prepare future generations and to train current individuals in careers in cybersecurity. So at this point, Michael and I have concluded our NICE Community Coordinating Council, and we're now going to transition to our next speaker, who I believe is Karen Wetzel, and Karen will discuss the NICE framework through the years. So thank you all.
Thank you. One more round of applause for our co-chairs. Bringing next to the stage is someone that I've worked with quite a bit. We've even traveled the world together in North Macedonia to present about the NICE framework, and we've had the recent update. So I'd like to bring to the stage the lead for the NICE framework, Karen Wetzel.
Good morning. It's so good to be here. I'm excited to be amongst friends and really excited to share with you about how the NICE framework has been evolving through the years. Many of you have been sharing your stories of how you use it, and what I'm excited to say is I'm thrilled to see how often it's being used and how effective it's being used. And it's been growing, it's been evolving, and that's what I'm here to share with you about. Let's see if I can get, yeah. So essentially, you all probably know that the concept for the NICE framework began out of a need to define and assess the federal cybersecurity workforce. But in 2007, the Department of Homeland Security published the IT Security Essentials Body of Knowledge to establish a national baseline for IT security practitioners. It was then in 2012, after the Federal CIO Council took on the task to build on that work to provide a standard framework to understand the cybersecurity work of the federal government. It was published as a first version of the Cybersecurity Workforce Framework. It was posted in September 2012, and then it was subsequently shifted to NICE. It was during that time, a government review noted specific areas that needed further examination and refinement. And so DHS gathered some input and validated this information with subject matter experts that drew from across the country and drew from government and academia and industry. And it was then resulted in the second version of the NICE framework in 2014. We then saw the Federal Cybersecurity Workforce Assessment Act in 2015. And this act directed federal government to conduct workforce planning and assessment. And it was then that it was called upon agencies to use the NICE framework to code positions, and that coding would begin in 2017. And it was for that reason that in 2017 that NICE published the next version. It further updated and extended the NICE framework. We worked with the DHS and with the Office of the Secretary of the Defense in order to make those extensions. And so it was then that we published it for the first time as NIST Special Publication 800-181. It's important at this point that we really emphasize that this is going to be a NICE framework as a resource for both public and private sector uses. It also introduced work rules for the first time. Subsequent feedback, though, then informed a fourth and our current version of the NICE framework, which was published as a first revision in the end of 2020. This now has a new title, the NICE Workforce Framework for Cybersecurity, and it also included a streamlined structure, including shifting components to live outside of the framework PDF in order to add in agility, flexibility, modularity, as well as interoperability. And it was in this version that we identified the task, knowledge, and skill statements, the TKS statements, not KSAT, the TKS statements as our building blocks. And it was then we also introduced competency areas. But not to rest on laurels, we then started moving ahead. The NIST Act, luckily in 2021, was amended in order to authorize NIST to develop standards and guidelines to improve the cybersecurity workforce for federal agencies as part of the NICE framework. And it was also that year that we launched the NICE Framework Users Group. And so in 2024, you may have seen earlier this year, we're very excited to announce the release of components version 1.0, and these were released in both a spreadsheet and machine readable format, and this revision is massive. It's great and it improves the clarity and addresses redundancies. It includes updates to our work role categories and our work roles. It defines 11 new competency areas, and it provides updates to over 2,000 task knowledge and skill statements. The 11 new competency areas include in areas like AI security, in supply chain security, operational technology, OT security as well. And with this comprehensive update, we also refresh and have been adding new content to the NIST Framework Resource Center. It includes things like our changelog, the spreadsheets, and the machine-readable versions I mentioned. It includes FAQs, but we've also been adding in related information, additional guidance, such as a new page on workplace skills, skills like communication and lifelong learning, critical thinking. We'll be adding more information soon there as well, and we'd love to hear what you would need, what you want to see there. And so we're going to be looking to get input from you about how we can further support you and your cybersecurity workforce efforts. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and just invite you to join us in a conversation later on. We're going to be with our NIST Framework Users Group. It's a community of interest, and community of interest requires the community. So hopefully you'll be able to join us and talk to us about what you would like to see with the NIST Framework going forward.